Hi everyone, it's Arlene of Everlear's Art. I hope that you're having a fabulous day. I'm going to try to do this in one take because every time my phone rings, my video stops. And let's just say it's been ringing off the hook. I don't know why. Today I'm popular. Okay, so anyway, you're looking at some images of Jean Harlow that I'm going to put into a journal that I taught you how to make in the last episode, which was basically 6 envelopes, some scrapbook paper, staples, there it is, washi tape, and what I want to do is make this journal look vintage. So I chose this particular image of Jean Harlow and Clark Gable because of the coloring. I thought it just went so perfect in my mind's eye. I could see it when it was completed in my mind's eye. So what I'm going to do is choose lots of pictures, but when you first open the journal, you want a picture that says wow. So this particular picture says wow, and I'm going to colorize that in a bit. But first I need to glue down all of my images and make sure that each pocket, that the back of the pocket has images like this article, and then I'm going to choose a small picture to go on the back because that stabilizes the cover of your journal, and you can put as much stuff in that little pocket as you want without ripping it or even write over it. And there's a little mini playbill. So it looks like she's worked with Clark Gable a couple of times. I need to do a little more history on her. I really like her and I should know that. Make sure that everything is glued down. I noticed that whenever I'm done with a project that I go back to double check to make sure that nothing is sticking up, that everything is glued down, because believe me, if you don't do that, you're going to have customers that will, or if you're giving this as a gift, you just want to make sure that it's really stable so they can use it for what it's for, journaling in, or they can put it in their collection. So that's James Cagney and Jean Harlow. She looks so pretty there. I just love her. I love her and Marilyn. And let's see. Well, normally I wouldn't rip all of those, but in the past 10 years, I've just been ripping everything. So I like doing it. And whenever you go over it with distress ink of your choice, it ages it nicely because the edge is white. So let's see. That's a fun picture of her dancing. Now I used a little punch, and you can find those at Hobby Lobby, and it's about $19.99, but hopefully you'll have a 40% coupon. And that's a nice little space to journal in. And you can even use that little paper punch, as a tag on one of your, your other things that you've created. So that's some yellow legal pad. I took that from my boyfriend because he's an attorney and he has a lot of that paper, so I kind of like snatched a page from him, and I just thought the yellow would be pretty for this vintage look, because as you can tell in this photo, there's yellow in the background, and then I choose a yellow index card, and I purchased rainbow index cards at the 99-cent store. I believe it came with 4 colors, and then I just stuck some tea bags on them, leftover from my sun tea, and I just thought it added character to the index card. And because it is an index card, it also makes your page stronger. So I just try to use up every little area, as you can tell. And there's my famous leopard. And the reason I'm pointing is because whenever you put an image down, make sure she's looking in the right direction. whoever that you're putting in your journal. I love that spotlight. That's one of my favorite pictures of her. And I'm going to incorporate 4mm Austrian crystal to on that particular picture, actually throughout the whole journal, and it gives it some really nice glitz and glamour. And that pink scrapbook paper that I'm gluing down, that came out of a big pad, and I just bought it because of the pink in there. And then this is from, I don't know if that's from the same pad, I'm going to have to look, but I love those vintage cameras. I love anything to do with the cameras or the film tape. So here I'm putting down washi tape, and you have an open window of about, I don't know, 15-20 seconds. If you don't like the way you placed it down, then you can peel it back up. But as you can see, I have a box filled just to the right with washi tape, and I try to choose colors that I know that I have all these vintage photos that I want to recreate that era. So to me, that kind of looked like the 30s fabric. And this particular washi tape, I don't know why it didn't stay down as well as I wanted it to. And what I did is I went back and I stapled over it, which did give it more dimension. But always make sure, you can see by my thumb, it's not sticking. And just go back, see right there. I'm going to touch it in one, there it is. You can see there's a shadow. But the staples did look good on it, so I don't have any complaints about that because I like the way the staples look. But see how it's not sticking? And I don't know if it's just because it's that particular one, because my brown sparkly one stayed down. Just giving you a heads up. It's neither here nor there. And that film tape, that was from a box of pictures I found the other day from the early 2000s, and there wasn't any images on it, so I just thought, oh, why not just use that? And this particular washi tape, I love that vintage green. I could just imagine that maybe in the 1930s somebody had a dress made out of that design. So I'll probably end up sticking that all the way around just for reinforcement. Yeah, be careful right there about those little edges because you don't want it to rip. And then because that's the back cover and it does have that pocket, I just went ahead and reinforced everything with washi tape on that back page, as you can see. And that image of her, I only had part of it, so I still left it the way it was, and you can't even tell that her name was kind of cut off of it. I just liked the way it looked. So now this box of stamps I purchased at Hobby Lobby. They were on sale for half price, around $6, and they're all different sentiments. And I love using these for these little journals because it's all the positive sayings. And whoever ends up with this, they know that every time they turn the page that there's something positive. And you know, even if somebody's having a bad day and then you read something like be happy. Now the pink card, the pink index card, I have this little thing by, what is the name of it? I'll remember it in a minute. But it punches out the little tabs. So when we go back to that page, you can have a better look at it. And I'm just filling the page with all of those cute sentiments. Some of them say, you know, like that one says, you got this. Some are be happy, be awesome. And I think it doesn't matter how old you are. That'll just make you feel good. And whoever's going to journal on this yellow page, once they journal over where it says be awesome, they're going to think in their head, yeah, I am pretty awesome. So let's see. That's pretty cool. I like the way that I chose the yellow and the yellow to match. And that turquoise index card is just a beautiful color. It kind of matches my ring, huh? And then I put a piece of washi tape over the film strip that my hand is over right now. But because the film strip, that was the end of it, it was black. I thought, okay, we need to dress this up a little. You got this. Okay, so let's see. What else am I doing here? This is pretty fun. It probably took me about an hour and a half to 2 to make this because I was filming at the same time. And then I went back and I cut out all of the parts that you didn't need to see me doing, like just, cutting. Oh, right here it didn't print all the way, so I just went over with my fine marker and just filled in a little. And then that's the back of it. And I always put love always. Now I took a makeup sponge and connected it with a clip because I found for me it's easier that way. I tried the daubers. Maybe I bought an off-brand, but I wasn't too keen on the daubers. So I'm going to go around the whole edge with 2 or 3 colors, and then I'm going to do the inside. And on that front pocket, you can see there's washi tape there as well. Makes it stronger. And then I'm going to use this and color her hair. I love doing that. It looks so cool. And it really brings the picture alive. And you just kind of look at it even more. That's so cool. And they used to do that in the old days when I'm sure you've seen at the antique stores and antique malls, you'll come across these vintage pictures that are black and white, and then they've been colorized. And I do have all of the stuff to do it like they did in the old day, but with the ink, I find that it's quicker, dries faster, because I'm the type of person that I want to see it done now. I don't want to sit there and wait till the next day till everything's dry. So the reason I chose that color is because of the film tape and because of the words that say Saratoga and the background behind Clark Gable's head. So it brings those two together. And I'm blending about 3 colors on her dress. When you first look at it, you think it's only 1 color, but it is 3 colors. And that little pink, I have a little punch for that. Oh, we are memory makers. That's what I use to punch out that pink index card. And even though this picture is on the inside, I'm still colorizing her hand and face. And I colorized the dog's fur. That's pretty cool. And then blend, blend, blend. And because I bent my makeup sponge over, once it was used enough, then I just clip the end and I can still go on and use it. I try to make things last. And I'm using the tip there just to do her eyeshadow. I mean, we don't know what color eyeshadow she was wearing, but oh, that's how I put it together, just like that. And for any little tiny pictures like that, I was using the corner of the sponge and then blend with your finger. And even in the old days, sometimes they didn't smear it exactly perfectly. And not everybody is artists. I am, but I mean a lot of people who are just learning. So I make mistakes. Everybody's going to make a mistake, and that's okay. Because even if you make a mistake, nobody can really tell. They just think you did it that way on purpose. And people try to make things that look like it was done on purpose. So it's just better you do it the way you do it. That particular stamp that I put on the cover. She believed she could, so she did. I purchased that at Hobby Lobby. And then I took some sentiments. Some of them are Tim Holtz, some are from a dictionary. And I'm going to glue those on my tags. These are tags that are going to go inside of the pocket. Now, I took a leftover cardboard from a 6-pack. I'm gluing it onto graph paper. When you do that, make sure that you punch out the hole before you go on to the next one. And then there we go. Make sure it's all pressed down. And this little, we are memory makers. This little circle punch is perfect for your tags. So I'm just going to cover that up where it gives it a nice finish look. And you can recycle your cereal boxes, granola bar boxes, any box. Kind of looks like Cheerios. Excuse me. Just choked on some water. So a tag is a perfect spot to put little leftover pieces. And what I do with the sentiments from Tim Holtz, I glue them on a piece of black cardstock because I think it makes the words stand out more. Sorry, I'm still choking over here. And there's a little camera from that scrapbook paper. And even just the one camera by itself. Now this stamp, Be Your Own Kind of Beautiful, that I believe I purchased at Hobby Lobby as well. And I like to buy the stamps when they have a big sale. And on your tags, be sure and put, like I did on this, I use the pink paper on the back so people can have a space to journal. And then I'm going to H these, I believe, and color her hair. I really like the way they came out. So cool. And some people just make tags to sell. So you can make a ton of these, put it in some cellophane and sell them. And don't be afraid to just, you might want to practice on a picture that you're not crazy about before you start colorizing. But again, a little happy mistake is a happy mistake. I mean, I've been doing this for a long, long time. I'm a lot older than I look or sound. But just teaching you this really quick because I'm the one who's made all the mistakes and kind of learned my fun technique that I do. And I'm known for, on my greeting cards, for putting the bar over people's eyes or mouth. And that's why I did it on Jean Harlow's. It adds interest. I love the way her eyeshadow came out in this picture. Pretty cool. So, wow. What I'm going to do once I'm done with this is I'm going to choose the colors from each tag and add ribbon. Oh, that one came out so pretty. I'm proud of myself. Now this is my box filled with bits and pieces of ribbon. Those ribbons I'm showing you right now, I love those. I got those on sale at Michael's. Actually, they were $1.29, not what the sticker says. Isn't that fun when you get to the register and they say, oh, these are $1.29, not $1.99. I'm like, yay. So you just slide the loop through, and you might want to watch it in slow motion if you don't know how to do that part. So I did that to all the tags. Put some fun ribbon, and the ribbon is to pull out each color that is on the tag, and then I'm going to match them to each page. Yay. Oh, this ribbon goes right down the middle. I'm going to tie that to the top. Okay, here we go. There's the Austrian crystal. Let's untie the turquoise ribbon. Aww, I love this. This is going to make a great gift for someone. And as you notice, I put a little bit of, there's some journaling space crystal in each, almost on each page, to highlight the colors that are underneath it. Oh, I love this. I even like it better on camera. Pretty cool. And that's a little velvet ribbon at the top. That is so pretty. And then that's washi tape over her image because I thought it needed something. Plenty of journaling space. I added another little picture there. Put notes, be happy. I think that's my favorite tag. Be your own kind of beautiful, girl. Just be your own kind of beautiful. So that, oh, we have 2 more pages. Yay. The purple Austrian crystal looks pretty on there. She believed she could, so she did. And that's the one that I stamped on the front cover. Oh, I like that one too. Oh, maybe that's my favorite one. And that's the back. Thank you so much. I appreciate you watching this with me. Visit again. Bye.